Okay, what's up guys? This is a continuation from my last three videos. My last three videos was the first three of the Female Warrior series. The next few videos I want to focus on the weapons and the weapon equip. But before I do that, I want to quickly create a new level because I don't think this level, I want to do something much simpler. I just want to do like a level with just a ground plane. This has too many objects in it. So I'm going to go, I created a folder called levels and content. So content has all the same folders that we saw before. I want to go into levels, and then I want to right click. Oh, sorry, and I want to open up the test level. So I have a folder dedicated to the test level. And in that folder, I'm going to right click and create level, and I'm going to name it test level. Oops. Okay. So once that's created, all you have to do to open it up is double click it. So as you can see, it's pitch black. There's nothing in the level at the moment. If you look on the right of the outliner, on the right hand side, in the outliner, you can see there's nothing in there. So a good first step is to go up here and we'll do a directional light. And we're also going to add a plane. And the reason why you can see the plane is because of the light. I'm just going to scale, go up to details here. So location I'm going to put to 0, 0, and 0. And I'm going to press F to zoom there. So I'm going to delete that light. Add another one. And I'm going to scale this up by, let's say, we'll make it really big. We'll make it 500 by 500 by 500. So this needs a material. So in the textures folder, I've already imported, oh no I didn't, I need to import some textures. So import desktop, projects, content, okay, I need to import these two. Those imported, I need to go into materials. I need to create a material. We'll call it test level ground underscore matte. So that's the naming convention that I usually use for materials. And I'm just going to double click it to open it. So I need a texture sample. And this one it's going to be I need another texture sample. So one of them, you just have to remember the name of the file that you just imported. And for this one, the first one was the color. The second was the normal. So my files were named soil, level 2 soil normal. So all I got to do is plug the RGB into the base color and the RGB of the normal into normal. And it takes a while for that to load up. Another thing that I need to do is call it vector parameter. Just basically just a color value. So there's actually a black square here. You just double click it. A color wheel opens up, and actually no, I'm just going to leave it at black because the reason why I made this is because I want the specular to be 0, because this is just soil, so I don't want it to be shiny. I don't want it to have that specular. And then one other thing that I'm going to add is a node called texture coordinate. And the reason why I'm adding this is because once I apply this to the ground, it's probably not going to be to scale. I'm going to have to adjust the tiling. So this is for tiling. These little images are going to be like tiled, almost like a graph, and I need to change the size of each of these squares. So for now, I'm going to save this. And it's going to take a moment. Okay, so really quickly, I'm going to go here and I want to add a couple things. I'm going to go into the search field and type in sky. And I need to add a skylight as well. Move that up. And the sky atmosphere. So this is basically a sky that was created by Unreal. You can make your own sky, but we can just use this for now. The focus of this tutorial isn't making skies, so we'll just use what they've given us. So one thing that we have to look at is this U tiling and V tiling. If we just apply it to the ground plane as is, it might not be the right size. So right away I'm going to give it, I think a bigger value makes it smaller. Actually, I'm not too sure. I'm going to like that. And with the plane selected, and there's some material, I'm just going to go in and let's type in a test level right here. Yeah, it's way too big. So what I have to do is, with this texture coordinate selected, I think I have to make this value bigger. So I'm going to make it 10 and 10. And press save. Okay, so we'll see what that did. I'll go back to test level. Haven't done anything. What happens if I go the other way? Make it 0.1, 0.1. try 100. Okay, so if I go back, okay, that looks a lot better. So what we need to do now is, because we just created this, there is no player start. So I want to drop one in, and I'm going to, let's place it at 0. The project settings. Okay, so it's pointing to the game mode that I created, Female Warrior GM, and let's see what it says in the world settings. So select the game mode. Game mode override. I guess I have to do it in the world settings. So Female Warrior, and then if I press play, I need to see what the soil looks like while I'm playing. And I think I am, maybe I think I'm falling, because maybe I need to set the collisions on the plane, so that I have the plane selected. Oh, I need to go back to detail, sorry, the detail tab. Collision, set to default. I'm going to change it from default to custom. And that gives me this little triangle that I can click. Okay, so I figured out what the problem was. It was really simple. It had nothing to do with collisions. If you can see, I'm just going to put it in an angle that will make it easier. So you see when I have the player start selected, the player start has a capsule, I guess, a collider around it, and it was going through the ground. So I need to bring it up so it tells you, it gives you that bad size sign, that red and white sign. If I just bring it up, I need to bring it up a little more. Basically, can't be intersecting with the ground. There we go, and that sign goes away. So now if I press play, perfect. And the ground, the texture looks, I don't know, it could be better, I guess. You can sort of see like the tiles, like the lines, but I'm not too worried about that. So that's a basic just level setup. So obviously, you probably want to add more things like, I don't know, like plants and buildings or whatever you're. Okay, so the next thing that I want to do is I want to attach some weapons to my character. So I'm going to open up my Female Warrior blueprints, and I'm going to go into the blueprint. Female Warrior BP. Before I do anything with that, I need to go into the modeling. Actually, I'm going to create a folder called Models Weapons. So if I go into the content folder, there's a gotta go into Female Warrior. There's Models Weapons, and in that folder I'm going to import a couple weapons. So I've got gun 2 and sword. So this one is just the mesh, so I don't have to click the skeletal mesh. And all I have to do is press import all. It's just the mesh. So what I've got here is a sword, a gun, and their materials and textures. So in order to add these weapons to the player, I need to add sockets. So in order to do that, you go into the models folder, or wherever you imported the main character, and you want to open up the skeleton. You have 3 options: skeletal mesh, physics, asset, and skeleton. Open up the skeleton, and in there it gives you a list of all the bones that you created in whatever 3D package that you used. I used Blender. So I want to create one in the chest area, so I find that bone. So as you can see, when I select it, that does nothing. Sorry, you want to select the one that says chest underscore 001, and if you do that, that actually rotates the bone. So that's the one, that's where I want to attach a socket, add socket, and I want to, the reason why I put one there is because I want to put the weapons on the back of the character. So it needs a bone somewhere along the spine. A chest or a shoulder is fine. I'll just use the chest. So basically it's going to get parented to the socket. And when the weapon, either weapon is equipped, I'm going to have the weapons in the right hand. So I need to find that the right wrist. So if I go down, clavicle, upper arm, wrist, clavicle, upper arm, forearm, wrist, and select that, right click, add socket. Okay. I need to save. So with that done, I can just close that, go back in here, and I need to add 2 things. I need to add, well actually I need to add, so I want to select a thing called a scene. I'm not sure why they called it a scene, but it's basically just like an empty object. And I'm going to name that chest socket. And I'm going to create another scene called wrist right socket. Okay. So I have to have both of these parented under the mesh, I believe. That way, when I select one of them, when I select either one, I can go and specify which socket. So right now these are just empty objects with a name that I've given them. So for this one, I need to specify which socket. So wrist right socket. It says if I go to the right, it says parent socket. So basically, that empty object now is following that socket, but okay. For some reason, whenever you do that, like it throws it way off screen somewhere, so I have to set it back to 0. Chest socket, same thing. Again, when I set it to 0, come straight back. So with that done, what I need to do is I need to add a static mesh, which is, so there's two types of meshes, skeletal mesh and a static mesh. Static mesh is just the geometry. A skeletal mesh is geometry and the bones. So the two weapons that I have, they have no bones, so we're going to use static mesh. So I'm going to create one, and I'm just going to change the name to gun underscore back. So it's good because it's going to be attached to the back. And I need to specify the static mesh, so it's going to rotate this around. So what I can do temporarily is right now is right now it's using animation blueprint. I'll just set it to using animation asset temporarily. No, that wasn't a good idea. So back to animation blueprint. I want to pause anims. change this to -90. Maybe not. And I want to add one more. Goodness. Okay, so I've positioned these the weapons where I want them to be, and all I gotta do now is just 1 second. I've gotta grab these, have these two weapons selected, gun back and sword, and we're gonna parent them underneath the chest socket. So now when I have the mesh selected and I uncheck pause anims, as you can see, the weapons are moving along with the body. I need to check one more thing. Okay, so what I did is I went into, opened up the material for the gun, and I clicked on two-sided. So now when I go back, the gun looks normal. I can't like see through it anymore, which is good. Okay, so another thing that I have to do now is I need to add 2 more skeletal meshes, or static meshes. Sorry, I'm gonna rename gun hand. And I'll go and the other weapon called sword and so again, I'm just gonna select the mesh and click pause anims. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to place them both in player's hand. So there's another way of doing this where you only use, right here I have 2 of both. I have 2 guns and 2 swords. There's a way of doing it where you only have 1 of each. And the other method, literally, you're literally moving the location of the weapon when the weapon is equipped. I personally don't like doing that simply because it is kind of a pain in the butt to pull off. But I do see a lot of people doing it on YouTube. That's the original way that I learned. But I just like doing it this way, where I have the weapons both in the hand and the back socket. So all I'm really doing is I'm playing with the visibility. So if I just say the sword is not equipped, then it's at the back. If it's equipped, then it's in the hand. So in either case, the opposite one is the visibility is turned off. And for this character, by default, the 2 weapons in the hands are invisible. That's how we're going to have the levels or the game start. Okay, so when you have the 2 weapons where you want them, I can't. It looks pretty good for now. I'm gonna bring the gun a little bit closer to the hand. So because by default the weapons are on the back, first I have to grab these 2 weapons and I have to parent them to the wrist socket. So now if I uncheck pause anims, everything's moving according to whatever sockets these weapons are attached to. But because by default the weapons are on the back, I'm going to hide the ones in the hands. So I'm going to grab both of them, scroll down, and under rendering there's the visibility option. So I'm just going to uncheck that and then compile. So if I go in here and hit play, okay, so there's lighting issues with that gun. We'll deal with that later, but as you can see, it moves with that chest socket. So if I run, the body, like the chest orientation, is going to change slightly, and you'll see the weapons will follow. Well, you can see that it's like moving with the chest. So that's basically it. I'm going to cut it here for now. I think that's good enough for one video. The next one I'll be actually coding the actual equipping and unequipping the weapons, and after that I'll do some actual attacks and eventually I'll bring in some enemy characters that will try to engage in combat with the player. So thanks for watching, and hope to see you in the next video.